November the 24th, 2018, a speedcuber from China, Yusheng breaks the Rubik's Cube world record by almost a second with a 3.47 second time. This shook the cubing community because no one had ever got a 3-second time in competition before, and this was more than just a 3-second time. This was under 3.5 seconds. It then took almost 5 years for someone else to beat this record, which was Max Park with a 3.13 second time. Yeah. And recently, people have been discussing what would have happened to the speedcubing community if Yusheng's solve never happened. The first obvious thing to think about is what other world records would have happened. So first we would have had Felix Zemdegs break his own record in 2020 with a 4.16 second time. Then Ruhang Shi with a 4.06 in 2021. Then Asher Kim with a 3.89 in 2022, which would have been the first ever 3-second time. Then Max Park with a 3.63, and finally Max Park's current world record, 3.13. These jumps are a lot smaller than the almost 1 second jump Yusheng did with his 3.47. And before we discuss why this solve may have been destructive to the cubing community, we need to understand why there was so much controversy with this solve. Back when it happened, no one knew who Yusheng was. He had a pretty good average, but was nowhere near world class. Because of this, it means he didn't record his solve. The only video we have is this grainy security camera footage from the venue. It's lucky they had this recording because there was no other records of this solve happening. Yes, it would have been official, but people would have been really skeptical. The other issue with this video being grainy, not only that it was a bad looking solve, but there was no media coverage.
Is a young bloke from Victoria. Please welcome Felix Zemdegs. Come on, Felix.
Media coverage is great for the speedcubing community. Every time a record happens in the past, a lot more cubers come and a lot more traction comes for the community, meaning more money, more venues, better competitions. Yes, some people talked about this 3-second time, but no one wanted to put this grainy video on their TVs or in their documentaries because it just looked so bad. This was another reason that the solve was controversial. When Max Park recently broke the world record with his 3.13, there was heaps of media coverage. I saw they were talking about this solve on Australian TV.
Max Park, and what record did he break, Tim?
The Rubik's Cube world record.
Yeah, Rubik's Cube, 3.134 seconds. Take a look. We don't have time to play the whole thing, but...
And in places you wouldn't expect. People were sharing this on Facebook, on Instagram, all over social media. It was going viral. This didn't happen with a 3.47 second time from Yusheng that should have happened back in 2018. It really makes you think how many more cubers might have started if they actually saw this solve happen and got motivated to solve. Speaking of motivation, there is positives to this solve. Yes, it made the world record seem just that little bit less obtainable to the average cuber, but it means to the top cubers to practice just that bit harder to break this record. People like Matty and Timon, no one really even knew who they were at this point because they hadn't done anything spectacular. And just like Max Park's 3.13, it proves that 3-second times are not only possible, but it even seems like they're breakable. It's looking more and more likely that a 2-second world record is going to happen. So Yusheng world record is the longest held world record ever because of that jump, but now because we've had so long in between records, it makes it so the average has dropped that much lower and it looks like people are getting that much better. There's already 13 official 3-second times in competition now, which no one thought was even close to being possible in 2018. And now it seems like 5-second times are bad for these top solvers. Congratulations, Max Park, and the community can't wait to see where speedcubing gets taken next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.